Oh, bother.
Welcome to Dookie TV, and yes, my name is Dookie. Ladies and gentlemen, the time is finally here. Season 4 of The Boys has finally dropped after we've been waiting over a year for it to come out. The first 3 episodes came out so far, and I gotta say, and I can't even believe I'm about to say this, but it's actually been kinda good so far. Now, slow your roll, don't get carried away. I am not glazing by any means. I am not switching sides or riding a bandwagon. However, there are some big changes to the story in Season 4 of The Boys. So why don't we start with probably my favorite addition to the season, that being the new Soups. First off, you got Firecracker. She hosts this alt-right podcast on YouTube, and she's like a Homelander super groupie, trying to give this man the moppy toppy her first day on the job. But essentially think if just Pearly Things had superpowers, which is spark generation with the snap of her fingers.
Serious?
Yeah, exactly. But she's brought on to the 7 because she has some dirt on Starlight that could fuck up her public image. And she's brought on by Sister Sage, the most intelligent person on the planet and another new addition to the 7. She's helping Homelander devise schemes to serve his best interests. And her presence is actually pretty unique because she's one of the only people who isn't really afraid of Homelander and pretty much talks to him however she feels like. But she's a smart character like how a smart anime character is, you know what I'm saying?
That's an awesome room!
Easy. There are about 815,000 molecules in your average room. In this room, there are 1.8 million molecules. Each molecule shifts precisely 1 centimeter squared of an inch to the left.
Another season highlight is the arc that Homelander is going through right now. Between being surrounded by yes men, trying to be Ryan's evil father, which by the way, they try to age this kid down a lot and it's really not convincing, as well as the fact that he's coming to grips with his mortality, which is something that he never thought that he was gonna have to do since he is aging.
That money go where I go. Smoking on gelato.
And since he's kind of at odds with Victoria in the beginning of the season, he really doesn't even have a partner in crime this time. All that pressure is finally starting to get to him and he goes out to seek what he always does, guidance. Because even though he's the strongest being on the planet, he's still a milk-drinking little baby boy that needs to be told what to do. And even though this show is called The Boys, I really feel like The Boys as a group and all their storylines really take the backseat this season. Not that I'm complaining, I mean a couple of them really are my least favorite characters in the show. Huey's dad is dying and Frenchie's zesty now, there you go. I mean, they really just don't matter. A lot like Monty on any Fetty Wap song. And Butcher kinda matters, but he's washed and everybody tells him to fuck off. He's also dying because of all the temp V that he was tranking up inside of his neck. See, last season he was really trying to level the playing field between him and Homelander, but he started ODing on that shit. On top of all that, he's hallucinating talking to his ghost wife. And they're really talking up him kicking the bucket, so I'm curious to see where that's gonna go. And I gotta be honest, I got about halfway through episode 2 and I had a pretty good feeling that we might not even see any wiener next to another wiener. But unfortunately, I was horribly mistaken. Besides a couple of scenes that you really gotta power through, I gotta say I'm kinda surprised with how season 4 is starting off. Right off the bat, it's definitely way better than season 3. In my opinion, that was the show's weakest season and almost made me give up on the show. Don't get me wrong, I still have my complaints. For example, most of the performances feel pretty much phoned in at this point. I don't know if the cast is just over the show, or if it's been the same and I'm just now noticing it after all these years. Kinda like how I just noticed my Netflix continue watching list is a graveyard of unfinished series. Apparently, my attention span is on a permanent cliffhanger.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I also kinda have a problem with the pacing. Like, we're already halfway through and I feel like a little bit more could have happened. We're practically halfway through the season and it's just been a lot of repeating the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, I know. Winter is coming and there's dragons and zombies on the way. I'm pretty excited for that. Just could do with a little less gay wieners, all.
Yep, that's exactly how I feel too, Butters. But still, obviously we have a long way to go this season and a lot of questions to be answered. Will Newman actually enter the White House? Will Huey's dad wake up from his coma? Who cares? Will Butcher actually die? I mean, yeah, probably. I think Carl Urban doesn't want to do the role anymore. Will the rest of the 7 try to stand up against Homelander? Will a soup virus actually be developed that's strong enough to defeat Homelander once and for all? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Homelander defeated. But in all seriousness, I gotta say, I'm pretty excited to see what the future of the show has in store. I mean, I'm excited to see what they have online, too.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah, don't worry. Once ChatGPT is actually good enough to make jokes that are funny, we'll be cooking with grease. But with season 5 being confirmed to be the last season for the show, and promises that this season is going to take a dark turn for the series, I think it's safe to say that we are right on the brink of a turning point in the show.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Had to sneak Mr. Krabs into the mix somehow, real fans know. But yeah.
You're gay.
And that's all I got for today. I'm probably going to do another video after the season finale, and I'm definitely going to try to upload some videos more consistently. I have a lot of different ideas that I'm really trying to lock in on. So if you like this video and want to see more like it, don't forget to subscribe. This is Dookie TV, signing off.